Well, Wagwado Focarinos, and thank you for tuning back in to another commentary live stream back with the NXTGEN boys. And here today we find ourselves with one of my most favourite tracks, perhaps in England, and probably throw it out there in the world maps, if you will. So it's exciting to see the NXTGEN boys fight it out here today. So I'm just going to sort my social medias, and then I will be back when qualifying begins. Yappy doodle, we are live now, just so you know.
I'm on a controller right now. I don't have my wheel. That doesn't really matter, of course.
That's alright, we've got just over 4.5 minutes of free practice remaining, and then I begin at 8 PM. So yeah, just I'll see you in a moment.
Alright. Okay.
Hi Jack, no, Holman isn't in this one, mate. He's racing in the TMKup. This is NXTGEN racing. Very good racing, mate. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Lots of fast drivers. Whatnot. Of course, following Lucan in the number 2 Lexus. Silverstone. As he makes his way up the Hamilton straight into the right of Abbey, we have 1.5 minutes left to go before we kick off with qualifying. Through the current standings. From here, last week's race at Mount Panorama was a special one. We had a 2-hour endurance with a 24-hour in-game time, so it was nice to see the stars come out at Mount Panorama, and that was an incredible race. Congratulations to Pincher and especially NXTGEN's Bean for putting on a solid race, and just right at the end, Pincher just managed to nip it away from the 69 Ferrari, who's changed his PSN tag. He is now Professor Beanflicker, and currently a 9.63, not even a second away from Lee Lai in the number 9 Bentley, followed by Lucan, NXTGEN's Hankin, who is fast around here, I know, Pincher, and Fighter, NXTGEN's lager. So, just waiting for the rest of the drivers to finish their laps for the free practice, and then we're going to kick off qualifying.
Hello, hello.
Howdy doodle. And we've got number 7 Porsche joining us today. You know a lot of the
33
guys.
Porsche.
33, sorry, we've changed it to 33. Yes.
Yeah,
And I
they
know
changed my number.
you know a lot of the guys here today. We've got NXTGEN Lager Stewart, who's a quick guy,
Yep.
as I'm sure you know, and Silverstone was the first race that I did for my series, and he put up an incredible fight. So did Holman. But it's going to be interesting to see what NXTGEN's Hanking can do in the number 44 Audi, because this dude is quick. He makes his way down the hangar straight and into Stowe. And it looks like the qualifying is now underway. We've got the green light. Who's first out of the pits? Number 2, Lucan. So we're 20 minutes of qualifying. We're going to see how events unfold. 34 Kevin. So welcome aboard, Kent. It's lovely to have a co-commentator. We've been on about this for a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, the NXTGEN boys are most certainly going to put on a show. And I'm just going to find the details because we have NXTGEN's Lager. So the number 46 Bentley, who I speak about quite often in well, any race that he's in. He's always putting on a show. He's always putting drivers under pressure, and he seems to always find 5 or 6 places towards the end of the race, so he's always one to watch, and he's currently leading the NXTGEN GT3 World Tour with 104 points. And in P2, currently taking a 2nd place podium position is Lucan, absolute legend, pit connoisseur, as you will find out soon, Kent. And in P3, we have the very, very, very quick Mr. Pincher. Now, I am learning all of the names as we go on, but number 77 Audi is one to watch for. As he bins it as I say that, I hope he's not watching my stream. Commentator's curse seems to be a thing here. So NXTGEN's Hankin, there you are, in the identical Audi to Mr. Pincher in the 77 Audi. He's in 4th position in the 44 Audi, loving them numbers, 444, and he has, well, that's interesting. So Mr. Pincher in 3rd position is actually joint 3rd with NXTGEN's Hankin with 91 points. Both of those are 4 points away from P2, which is an extra 9 points P1. And NXTGEN's Bean. Yes. Professor Bean. I like that. I love that he's changed his name to Professor Bean. So we've got Professor Bean in P5 with 82 points, putting him 9 points behind Hankin and Pincher, which is, I suppose, sort of 4th position, but I guess it would be 5th once those two have different points. And Mr. Fighter, who I do know his name, is 6th position with 81 points. And where are you? Kobe. So yes, Kobe is driving the number 7 Ferrari. He's 20 years old. He's always been good with driving. First time he went karting was with friends. He beat everyone. 3 seconds faster. So instantly faster than his dad that day. A little bit of setup. So
like
he's from
indoor karting place, or like?
I'm not sure whether it was indoor or outdoor. I do know that he's from Belgium, so I'm going to say that the karting was in Belgium. He's got a G29 setup with a rig and a track racer wheel stand. 20 years old. And he got into the NXTGEN League after watching a 24-hour race organised by NXTGEN.
Whoa. They have 24-hour races here?
It's an interesting one. I mean, I'm not too sure. I don't know whether that was PC as well. I think they're quite a big respectable group. So I don't know whether they've got PC as well. You can change drivers in the same car on PC, which is interesting. But there's a little bit more information for Kobe, and he got into league racing because when he watched someone like Jarier, he was always thinking he wanted to do something the same. Having nice battles for the whole season, so I'm assuming that that's why he's joined NXTGEN. He's seen that they've had good battles, which is, you know, what I've said to you, and yeah, it looks like he's joined it for that reason. Interested in GT3 after getting invited by Total Energies for the 24-hour of Spa back in 2017. He still goes back every year to the 24-hour of Spa, so I wonder if he went to that last one. Interest in motorsport started thanks to F1, still watch under 10 Spa, started watching F1 in 2016 and only played a set of courses since the beginning of March.
I see. Interesting dude. I think a 108 has 108 been suspended somewhere, yellow flag somewhere.
That will be
the drivers out there.
Just off to the right-hander of Maggots. Yeah, it looks like he'll be waiting for drivers. So we've got the number 18 with the blue dot, Leafy. So he is about to cross the start-finish, but he's on his outlap, so he's not going to put a time down as he crosses the start-finish. We've got the number 2 and the number 7 also on their outlaps. Number 964 just in 12th position as he crosses the start-finish. And we've got Professor Bean next to cross the start-finish. Currently in a P10, so what's that, 5th on the grid? Only 1.3 behind the very quick. Oh, Kobe in P1, so he's about to cross that start finish line here at Silverstone. Can he capitalise? No, he cannot. So we've got number 2, number 25, and number 46. So next to put a time down is Stewart in the 46 Bentley, as he makes his way through the loop and up to Aintree. We'll see whether Stewart can put a fast lap time down, which I am most certainly sure he can. So we've got NXTGEN's Lager just crossing that start finish, still a 417, number 44 just crossed, putting him in 2nd position. The number 98 about to cross, yep, he's just gone up to 10th. Next is 27. 25, sorry. Sorry,
77 goes quickest.
Yes, it was 77 that I actually meant. So, and we've got 18. Yep, so 18. Leafy's put him in 12. 946 next to Cross. He's able to improve, but not on position. Professor Bean next to Cross, that start finish straight. And yeah, like I say, Ken, Pincher in the 77 Audi, he's most certainly one to watch. He's a quick dude. And 69 making his way through Woodcote. Can he improve on P11? Yes, he can, putting himself in P10. Only a tenth behind Kevin in the 34 Lexus. So we've got the number 2 Lucan, and the number 7 Kobe next to cross this start finish straight with just over 10 minutes to go for round 7 of the Next Gen Season 3 GT3 World Tour. What can the number 2 Lexus do? He's able to improve but not in position, and of course Fighter not able to improve on his P7.
Good lap from him.
Absolutely. 34.14 putting their out laps down, so Hankin is next to Cross, as is Lilai in the number 9 Bentley. So as he makes his way through Luffield and to the right of Woodcote, can he improve on a P3? No, he cannot. What about the number 9? Oh yeah, so he's gone from a P7 to a P4. Has the number 9 Bentley. Dokely. We've got V-Spec on an outlap, but here with us today at Silverstone. Yes, Kobe, it's K-O-B-E as well. It's not K-O-B-I, but it's K-O-B-E, is Mr. Fighter in
Leafy crosses the line, starting his...
Yeah, Leafy, I like
Leafy.
Leafy.
Lap.
I like his chrome green GT3 R8. Number 2, Lucan next to Cross, start finish as he makes his way up to Luffield. Do you think he can improve?
Yeah, quite possible.
Only a 0.7 away. Yes, P2. Not only has
Lucan.
Yes, not only has he put himself in P2, it's not even a tenth away from the very quick 77 Audi of Pincher there. 34 next to Cross.
This could be a really interesting fight amongst the top 3 for pole.
Oh, it's most certainly going to be one to watch. You're going to enjoy yourself here as the events unfold here at Silverstone. And with just over 7 minutes left to go, we've got Pincher taking P1, Lucan on grid 1 but P2, and on grid 2 is Hankin and Kobe. So we have Professor B and Next Gen, who I'm familiar with, currently P7 and P10. They most certainly are ones to watch. We'll see them up at the top as the race progresses, or usually that's the case. And what's interesting is Mr. RV Motorsport, currently P13. Now what's interesting about Mr. RV, Ken, is he's always usually at the top, and I think he's took a few P1s as well. So he's currently a second and a half off the pace here today at Silverstone. Wow. So it just goes to show, you know, exactly what it takes to be able to get the most out of these laser scan tracks and the GT3 cars. 34. So we're going to stay on board with Kevin.
Oh, Leafy's bended. He is spun.
out of
It's got
Maggots and
crutch.
Beckett. Yeah, that's going to claim victim to a few, I imagine. And so's the 69. But we have the number 34 Lexus making his way up towards Luffield. To Woodcote, can the 34 and the number 7 Ferrari, who took P1 earlier, capitalise on their positions. The number 34 not able, and the number 7 also not able to capitalise. Number 77 next to Cross K Pincher, but he's fresh out of an outlap and probably making some adjustments to his car, see if he can get an even faster time and get into the 158s here at Silverstone, with a track temperature of 32 degrees, and the sun is shining. I would say they have optimum conditions as the 98 of Jamo in the Ferrari next to Cross. Can he capitalise on a 1.3? Yes, putting him in 10th, and now 1.1 away from the pace. And Stewart next to Cross, followed by V-Spec, the legend in the Lexus, and the number 9 Bentley of Lille. Can the 46 capitalise? Yes, but only by 0.050. And number 11 crossed, and the number 9.
9 Lille.
Wow, so the number 9 of Lille is still in 5th position, but he's took half a second off his time, but he's not able to capitalise on position.
Good improvement. Really good improvement, though.
I mean, half a second off that time to be able to be not even 2/10 away from pole position and not even gain a position is pretty brutal. We've got Urban Turtle next to Cross the line. And again, he's
4/10.
That's it, but not able to capitalise on position. Number 34 next to Cross.
Got an entire train of drivers.
Yeah.
Watch out. Seems like good queue. They're queuing up behind him.
Well, you can probably notice as well, Kent, the deltas are very, very, you know, close to each other as you constantly go down. So it's, like I say, it's brilliant racing. And as is with motorsport, you always get, you know, the usual motorsport spills, which obviously then change position. So yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm going to jump on board with Kobe.
Yeah, he just won. That is corner, is that? Abby, I think. No, it was like after Abby, I think.
You know, so Kobe is making his way through Club and up to the Hamilton Straight, where he'll be turning onto the right of Abbey through the left of Farm Curve and up to Village. Through Farm he goes. Is he able to capitalise on a P4? But he has to improve on... He's going to have an invalidated track now. So that'll mean that's his lap done with. And the 108 Bentley. Next to Cross the line. So with 1-1-1 left to go, we've got Pincher still in P1, not able to capitalise on his 159.05. 108 Bentley just, unfortunately, just going off on camera. Number 9, number 25 next to Cross. So we're going to get on board with Zally Grace in the 25 Audi.
I'm on board.
And with only 44 seconds left to go of qualifying, we've got K Pincher and Hukan Lukan taking up grid 1, followed by Hankin and Kobe, Elliot and Kobe on grid 2. And on the third grid, we've got Lee Lai. I've always got to take my time saying that one. And Kevin. And grid 4, we've got Zally Grace and Stuart. And grid 5, V-Spec and JMO, followed by Professor Bean and Leafy in the chrome green Audi, and Mr. RV Motorsports, Urban Turtle, and Nick and Sakin.
Sadly, Grace crosses the line, and he is down by 0.8 of a second.
It's still incredible. I wouldn't be able to touch that pace. It's absolutely incredible times these guys are running. What have we got next? Number 18 and 7 next to Cross Kent. We've got Leafy first to come across the start-finish straight. This might be his last lap out. Can he push on the 1.4? So a 1.1. 7. Oh, Kobe! Look at that time! Unbelievable. Well, I think Kobe's going to most certainly put on a show today in the number 7 Ferrari next to the 77 Audi.
Oh,
on grid 1 there. Yeah, I mean, what's that? You've got 100th, 1,000, so that's 10,000th?
That's 1,000th.
1,000th?
3,000ths of a second.
Incredible. So
good credit to Lucan and Hankin. Within a tenth.
That's it. And Lele just under 2/10. Kevin and Zally 6/10. Next gen 7/10. Now I know, and I'm sure you know, Next Gen's lager also being English, because I do know that it's not an English grid. We've got some German folk, Scandinavian and others. But Stuart being English, I think he went to Silverstone for the first time and actually fell in love with the Bentley GT3 in real life. There goes Kevin in the pits. This is why we call him the pit connoisseur.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. Okie doke. So what do we have here? Quickly just finish. Scoreboard, because RV Motorsport in 7th position with 81 points, and V-Spec in the 11 Lexus 79 points. So only 3 points behind Kobe and RV Motorsport. And Jamo with 68 points, Hempy with 67, Nali with 66, Leafy with 58, Sakin with 47, Zally Grace with 43 points, Nick with 41, GRM97 with 38, 35 for Kevin, Leli with 31, Urban Turtle with 12, and I think that brings us to a close as we wait for all cars to make their way to the track. We are going to be trekked to a 60-minute sprint here for Next Gen's Season 3 GT3 World Tour and Round 7 here at Silverstone. And here we are. So, I'm quickly going to grab my drink out the fridge, and then we're going to get going. Back in a second.
Look at all the cool liveries on this grid. Amazing. Amazing stuff, everyone.
Okie dokie. Freshened up, got my drink, got my eSports drink ready to rock and roll, as we have just under 40 seconds left for the race starts here at NXTGEN Season 3 GT3 World Tour, and we're at round 7 here at Silverstone.
20 seconds.
20 seconds left to go as we get the green flag for these drivers to make their way around the formation lap here at Silverstone, and then we're going to get that infamous green, green, green.
Notice these liveries?
You're sorry?
Have you noticed these liveries? You know, good they look.
Yeah.
Look amazing.
There we go. So we have K-Pincher and Fighter on P1. I think Mr. Pincher is a little bit older, not old, but I just mean older than 20. Obviously, Kobe, 20 years old, from Belgium, putting on a solid performance here at Silverstone. Usually one to watch for. But as I explained earlier, the unfortunate events that happen in motorsport can, of course, affect your position. I think Kobe's had a couple of unfortunate incidents, but I think putting him on the first grid here at Silverstone most certainly shows his capability. As Paul, the helicam man, yet again joins us, treating us to the onboard shots from the helicopter. I think we've got NXTGEN's Lager. Just at the back of the shot there, RV Motorsport. Very interestingly, at the back of the grid. So RV Motorsport is going to be one to watch out for. So it's going to be good for you to be able to keep your eye on some of events unfold for me, as I'm watching some other events, and Leafy mid-pack. We've got Sakin bringing up the rear here at Silverstone as thank you, Jack. As they're making their way through Club and up to the Hamilton Straight as cars start to merge together. Under the Assetto course sign do they go. K Pincher leading the way into Abbey. I'm not sure whether to call Lucan the pit connoisseur, just have it as that, you know, just that's his name now, because he's constantly giving us what we want in the pits. But nevertheless, all cars are now making their way through the loop and out of Aintree and up to the Wellington Straight. Do they go now? This is a great look at the beauty of that shot. Honestly, this is my favourite part of the race right here. Camera set 1. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful.
Gosh.
What I love about it is how every single one of these drivers is right here, right now, behind their own rig, across the world, and we're all together on the laser-scanned Silverstone. And now, this feels very familiar, as I remember sat in the grandstands as they make their way out of Luffield and up to the final right of Woodcote. Drivers will be now lining up in the Noah's Ark formation. NXTGEN tank in side by side with the pit connoisseur, and we are waiting for these red lights to drop. And we've got a green. Pincher P1, oh, side by side, Lucan already with Kobe. Ready to back out on camera set 2 as they make their way up to Maggots and Beckett. We've got Lucan now in P2, putting Kobe in P3. And NXTGEN Tankian in P4, right in the tail of Kobe. 46 Bentley.
Oh, Lucan. Could he size up a move?
Oh, what's going on here? What's...
Towards the Vale chicane. Trying to go around the outside. Pincher defense well. But can Lucan get a good exit? Onto the Hamilton Straight.
It looks like Lucan is most certainly putting the pressure on Pincher on the early rounds of Silverstone here. And it looks like Fighter trying to hold off his podium position against the very quick Hankin, who joined the Cup last Sunday, and again showing his absolute pace. There we have RV Motorsports, who I told you was going to be one to watch, moving up now to P11, now chasing the P14 of Sakin, who I believe was originally at the back of the grid, now taking 10th position. NXTGEN Tankin still in P4, only a 0.3 behind P3 of Kobe. Kevin and Lulai, followed by NXTGEN's Lager. Can they get a good run out of Cops as they make their way up to Maggots and Beckett's? So Leli, yeah, I'm going to just stay on Leli just for a moment. because it looks, yep, there we go, look, I knew that was going to happen. He wants the position, I could just feel it. And now he's taking the racing line. Can he get a better run out here? Now he's given Stewart a better run, so they're fighting. They've given up a few car lengths because of what they've done, and now they've given Stewart in the 46 Bentley a run. Look at this, he's right up behind the number 9 Bentley. As they exit the club.
Hamilton Straight, they go.
Yep, onto the Hamilton Straight.
Ken Lager.
Go on.
It passed. We wanted to go down the inside, I could just feel it.
Jamo in the 98 Ferrari, he is most certainly one to watch. So if these guys are going to be fighting, they might give that position to Jamo. Pincher, Lucan.
Gonna try to make a move. Nah, not there yet.
So Next Gen is the closest battle, as well as Jamo hunting Stewart in the 46 Bentley. Jumping forward with Levi as we change cameras as they make their way up to Cops. Levi in 6th position is most certainly going to want to take that P5. Even P4 and P3 is only just ahead in sights. What we're going to see unfold though, as the rest of this race continues, the number 69 of Bean, Professor Bean, looks like he's had a bit of an accident out of Cops, so that means he's going to be at the back of the pack, giving him a free run though. With the rest of the events are going to be unfolding with the remaining 55 minutes. Most certainly going to imagine he's going to take some positions back as they make their way up to club. Ah, that's where I was sat. I was sat at club. Grandstands to the left, and this is also the track that the number 46 Bentley Stewart. This is why he drives the Bentley. So there's a little bit about him. I've got a little bit about a couple of people, which I'll go into soon. But the 46 Bentley went to Silverstone. This track, he saw the Bentley, and fell in love with it ever since. Lucan, second away from P1, Fighter second away from P2, and Hankin in P4, now 2.3 away from the podium pack. Kevin in the 34, just ahead of the number 9 of Lee. Just see there. So basically, watching the fight for P4 unfold here as all drivers exit Woodcote and enter Cups.
We have a train unfolding here between Kevin, Eli, Stewart, and Jamo.
Yes, we've got Hankin leading the fight for P4. And I think we're most certainly going to be treating some action now, because we've got the front runners, the podium pack, now 3.182 seconds away from Hankin, who has a train of another 4 cars behind him. We haven't seen any moves as of yet. And RV Motorsport now 8 seconds away from Jamo in P8. Sakian drifting his way through Abbey there. And RV Motorsport now. Oh, we've got some movements.
Delta hasn't quite updated yet.
Yeah, so number 9. Oh, number 46 Bentley chasing the number 9 Bentley. Is he able to make anything happen here as they come up to Luffield, exiting Luffield up to the right of Woodcote? Is he able to capitalise on this straight? And you've got to get the right-hander of Cops right here. You need a fair dab of the brake, a little bit of oversteer to chuck the car in. And back on, it looks like Leeli's got the run.
Leland into Magus and Beckett.
Side by
Is he
side.
gonna make this move stick? Yes, he has. P5.
P5 for the number 9 Bentley, and it's giving Stewart. Look at this though, getting into the slipstream now of Kevin, who's going to want that position back on Lele. They're going to fight, they're going to slow themselves down, giving Stewart an opportunity here. As we see Hankin just ahead, only 1.2 ahead though of the fight for P5. Club and up to the Hamilton straight do we go. What a beautiful shot here we have. Oh, this brings back memories. Through Cops. Sorry, that was Abby, wasn't it? Yep, through Abby. And the difficult section of Village into the loop. Oh, number 25 looks like he's had a issue coming out of Club, and NXTGEN only 0.5 behind Kevin. Surely we're going to see some moves here. Ken, if you can just keep your eyes on this fight for P5, I'm just going to jump on board with the leaders. Because we've got K Pincher in P1 now leading the way, heading through Cops and up to the infamous Maggots and Beckett. Lucan only a second behind the very quick Audi. Yes, we've got some straights.
Eli might have a run on Hankin. They're almost side by side going to Maggots and Beckett's, but no dice.
Good call, mate. Good call. Good call. I see that. I popped on and it looked like he was about to go side by side, so spot on. I'm going to stay on though because it looks like he might make a
defending
move here.
from Kevin.
Yeah, good shout indeed, Ken, as they come up the hanger straight into Stowe. Can the 34 Lexus make anything happen as he chases the twin turbo V8 Bentley?
Ooh,
oh.
Was there contact? Yeah,
I
wouldn't say.
so.
He had to
I
go
think he knew that there would have been. So I think he just touched that accelerator just that touch more. But again, what that's done is it's given Stewart another run as they now make their way up to the Hamilton straight and into Abbey. Let me know again if anything is occurring, Ken. I'm just jumping back on board with the leaders. Lucan now only now only a 0.5. So he was a second down, now only half a second down, chasing Pincher. He's well and truly going to be in slipstream range, and Kobe in third position as they make their way into Luffield, and Woodcote is going to just be playing the long game, hopefully thinking that maybe these two are going to fight it out. Maybe he'll get a spin, maybe he'll get a free position, or maybe he'll just get right up the tail end of the fight for P2. We'll have to see as they now all enter. Thank you. Cops, Maggots and Beckett's. And Hankin, P4, as we jump back on board with the fight for P4, it looks like Kevin and Leli have swapped round, and it's now Hankin and Leli as they make their way out of Chapel Curve and up to the Hangar Straight. Yeah, we've got the 44 of Hankin going defensive now. 47 minutes left to go. We don't really want to be fighting. I want to be working together, try and push away from the pack. Let me know if anything happens between the fight for P4, Kent. I'm just going to jump on board with RV. Now in P9. Looks like he's taken Leafy and V-Spec. I think they're fighting it out for P10. Yeah, we've got Leafy in pursuit of V-Spec. The legend, it looked like he's gone outside. Leafy's not really bothered about slipstreamers yet. Maybe he's just running his own race, getting his...
Kevin, Hankin, and Levi are basically in a slipstreamer train. They're all three of them could be fighting on the Wellington Strait.
Beautiful.
Levi could be trying to make a move on Hankin. No.
Absolutely awesome call there, mate. This is good racing. Exiting Luffield up to Woodcote. Here we go. I was sat just to the left. What a sound it was as all the drivers unleash close to 600 horsepower. And you'd most certainly get some pops as they come through here and clip that curve. It sounds like gunshot fire, machine gun fire. And this here in real life is incredible as they flick the car really quickly right through there, balance it up, try and keep it as left as possible as they throw it in right, exiting Beckett up to Chapel Curve and onto the Hangar Straight. It looks like Lili is only 0.3. He's going to be in slipstream. Let's see what the Delta says here as they exit the Hangar Straight into Stowe. It looks like he wants to make a move. He's most certainly got them positions. Can he get a good run out? But I'm going to say something for certain is the Audi is most certainly going to have a dominant aero, but he's not going to have the engine power of the V8 twin turbo. Closing to 600 horsepower as they now exit Club Silverstone HQ to our right and up towards Abbey. Do they go? We have Kevin in pursuit, followed by NXTGEN's Hankin. Sorry, not Hankin. He's gone for a move.
Side by side.
There's a little bit of
kind of forces
contact.
them off.
He's still on the outside. Can he make it
He
happen?
comes back for round 2.
Oh, contact
and they touch.
again. That's given a run to the drivers. Check this out. So, oh my god, are they three
Lager's
wide?
gonna go down the inside. Ooh. They're still fighting. Hankin gets pushed off.
Exiting Luffield. I cannot believe what I have just seen unfold. Oh, where is he? Where is he? Where is K Pincher now? So, oh my god, I'm speechless. No.
Those four came out of that fight relatively unscathed, though. Nothing to be sour about, I guess.
I mean, this is something that I see with the 77 Audi. I would say that he's probably one of the quickest guys, but because you're on the limit, and because there's always different circumstances, that limit sometimes gets broken, and that one incident, and I'm still waiting for the damn Delta to update, but it's put him well and truly down the pack. My brain's still trying to process what's just happened. Lucan only half a second away from... No, is it... Okay. So, yes. V-Spec 0.6 from Leafy as the Lexus chases the Audi down, and gonna have to jump on board with NXTGEN's Lager Stewart, because they most certainly have a fight for P5 going on. Oh, if it is even that when the Delta updates. As they now enter and exit cops up to the infamous Maggots and Beckett's. So it looks like Jamo. Yeah, he's only half a second away. Yeah, still. Okay, no. Oh, it was Hankin. It wasn't Pincher.
Who spun?
Yeah, who went off, or was it?
Yeah, it was Hankin, I think, during that fight.
Right, I'm with you now. It's put him in 8th position, now 3.5 seconds away from Jamo, which is the fight that we're watching for P.
Uh-oh. Let me go on board with Pincha and Lucan. They're really close.
Yes.
Based on my
Keep your
screen.
eyes on P1 as the fight for P6. Stewart under pressure from the 98 Ferrari. We've got the agile Ferrari against the power plant of the Bentley. As they are on the Wellington Straight and up to the left-hander of Brooklands. And into Luffield do they go. Can Jamo in the 488 GT3 Ferrari get a good run here, and a good corner and a good exit from Cops? Lucan most certainly is putting on a show, catching back up to Pincher. V-Spec in front of Leafy by a second now. And we've still got the fight. Oh, Ferrari still showing his nose. To see Hankin there in P8. And follow the pack. Oh, we've definitely got a fight here. You still got your eyes on P1 or 2, Ken?
Yeah.
Right, good lad. I'm just going to watch this fight unfold as they enter club. Can the Ferrari close down on the spoiler? It doesn't look like he can. Into Abbey. It looks like he's gained a small amount of time there, but he's losing it again. He's going for the outside line. Can the agile Ferrari get a better run here? As the Bentley looks to go defensive. Done well, but I don't know whether the Bentley's got a better run here as they exit Aintree. It looks like he has.
Should maybe pulling away from Lucan, but let's see, we never know.
Yep, we've got the fight for P.
And Lucan just had a big snap of oversteer. Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna push that .8 up as they go down the hangar straight. followed by
1.1
Kobe.
seconds.
Yep, 1.1. Kobe. Ooh, was it 7? Was it 7.4? So he's 0.4 behind Lucan, giving a bit of breathing space to the very quick pincher, who we previously mistaken for Hankin, and NXTGEN's Lager now at 0.6. So we've got a fight for P5 here, as NXTGEN's Lager heads towards Abbey. And through Village and up to the loop. Does Stewart go? Need an orange helmet. Under the bridge. Here at the wonderful racetrack that is Silverstone, and up to Brooklands, very awkward corner. You've got to get the angle right as you're coming in. It's quite a heavy braking section. Grandstand to the left, which is where I was sat, as they let all 500 plus horsepower out over the start finish. Still no change of hands. We're going to give a little bit of love to some of these guys back here. RV Motorsports still in ninth.
Kevin Wentz goes wide. NXTGEN Lager is up into P5.
Oh, good call. I just literally left them as that happened. What happened?
Kevin went wide. I think going into Corps.
Yep. Cops.
Yeah, Cops. Yeah.
Cops.
And that gave the 46 Bentley a really good run.
Pit window is open.
Up in P5.
And
Pit window opens.
yeah, so he's took a position as the pit window opens. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because pit stops in Assetto Corsa, and especially NXTGEN pit stops, you are going to see a serious amount of position changes, because you've got tyre wear to take into account, you've got positions to take into account, you've got fights to take into account. It's all going to take time off, and NXTGEN Lager is always one to watch. So he's just took a position away from the 34 Lexus. He now put himself in P5, but watch Kent, as the remainder of 34 minutes left to go here at Silverstone, as to where the 46 Bentley will end up, as to how he traverses his way through Silverstone and utilises the pit window. And Lucan has caught back up to the 77 Audi, only 4.4 away, so he's lost time and he's catching time, he's lost time and he's catching time. The Lexus is a great car, but I would definitely say that the Lexus has got the longer legs. I could be wrong. Anyone in the comments section, please let me know. But the Audi, I would have thought, has the most or the better aerodynamics. Lucan taking that position now side by side with the 77 Audi. Can he make it stick? The Audi able to get that position back. Oh. I'm wondering whether Lucan's got load cell brakes, the way he managed that, but nevertheless he's still in the slipstream. They're up the Hamilton Straight. They're going to enter Abbey. So he's just come off the gas a little bit earlier to get a better run out. I think he has. Is he going to go defensive? There he goes. Not quite got the position to just send it there. But nevertheless, we've got a fight here as they exit Aintree and up to the Wellington Straight. Whew.
Ooh! Lucan takes the lead into Brooklands. Pincham went wide, may have locked up, he's in the lead.
Unbelievable. He
But
wants it back. No, he
he
wants the
goes into
pits.
pits. Pincham goes into pits.
Interesting tactic. So he is
Interesting
first in the
strat.
pits. Yes, this is it. This is where it's all going to start to play out. This is where you're going to see people come. You're going to see the front
Lucan's
runners
out of
come
the pits.
back out.
Oh wait, no, that's not.
The 108 Bentley. So
Yeah.
he's the first to enter and exit the pits, I believe. So I'm just going to jump on board to the Delta. So it does take a stop and go for Urban Turtle. Never mind, fella. As long as you're here to enjoy yourself, that is all that matters. I think the green rectangles, if you will, next to their numbers mean that they've pitted, so everyone with the orange one should be left to pit, provided the delta's updated.
Reading that.
Okay, so the closest fight so far is Jamo with a 1.6 as he chases down the provisional P4 of Stewart in the 46 Bentley. So I'm just going to jump on board with the 108 in Nick, because he's currently in a little bit of a sandwich right now. There we go, Kobe behind 108, and it's probably a good time for me actually. I've had a couple of people send some information in.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Just trying to find the information from the people.
Lucan has pitted. So let's see what this could mean for race lead. Cole goes in with him, so let's see.
Yeah, so I'm genuinely really sorry if I get this wrong, but I think Dan is Lucan. Or just exiting the pits. I'm really sorry if I get this wrong. Nevertheless, whoever I'm talking about is nevertheless on track. Daniel.
Oh,
H.
we have a yellow flag on track, and that can't be. It's Pincha. It's Pincha. I think he spun it. I'm out of cops. I keep saying corpse. I don't know why.
I'll be honest with you, I did as well. That's why I was laughing. But yeah, you are right. A yellow wasn't waved, but nevertheless, we've had a little bit of an incident, and now he's put himself in a sandwich in between. So P6 of Leli in the awesome-looking Bentley. RV Motorsport just ahead of V-Spec. Looks like Pincham might be making a move on the P6.
On the Hamilton straight. Will he make a move in Abbey? No, he will not.
Okay, stay on the street. Oh, he's got on the side. No, he backed out. Oh,
go for it, and they touch. Down the Wellington Straight they go.
Right, I'm gonna try, and I'm on board with Pincher, so if we see anything unfold here, but I'm just gonna... Oh my god, I don't know whether to do it. Okay. I'm not gonna do it. His race...
Oh, Pincher goes wide.
Oh, there's...
Lagger exits
oh my
the
god,
pits.
Lagger exits the pits. It looks like I'm not going to be able to read.
P2.
We've got more action coming on. My good god. I'm trying to do... try to read some what people have sent in. First race on the CSL tonight. Okay, let me at least get this out. So we've got the first race with the CSL Elite tonight. G29 is what he's been using, so I think that's Lucan. And it's actually in P2. So I think that maybe does go to show the difference between the G29
amazing.
and CSL Elite. Yeah, absolutely.
This is the first race too. I mean,
yes.
wow.
With
Took
the,
me
CSL
3 months to get used to a G923. Oh, Pincher might have another run, and he goes wide again. Will he still try to overtake? Oh, wait, he's trying to unlap himself, really. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, the Delta takes a long time to update. It just is worth ignoring, at least while the pit window's open. I'm interested to see whether he can actually make a move on Stewart, because I've got a lot of respect for Stewart's driving capability, but nevertheless he's on a Bentley.
Pincher might make a move into Brooklands. He doesn't go for it. He backs out. Well, will he have another opportunity? Try to go around the outside. No.
See if he can get the switch back as they exit Luffield Woodcote way. I think you do need a little lift, maybe. I don't know whether you can take it flat out. I'm not sure. Up to Cops again. Do they go up to the infamous
he goes wide
Maggots
again.
and Beckett?
He's struggling out there.
He's not struggling, he's pushing. That's the difference. He's pushing. He's a very quick driver, and he's most certainly going to want to get past Stewart. But this is why I find this interesting right now, because I do know that Stewart's an incredible driver, and I just want to see whether he can actually make it happen. And it does seem that Professor Bean, can you just stay on board with 46, please?
Yes,
I'm going to jump on board with Professor Bean as he looks to make a move on Sakin in the number 14 Honda. Okay, so anyone that was listening with regards to the CSL Elite tonight is Hempy, and I've just realised he's not racing. I believe it's because he has toothache, which I completely understand. 69 not quite able to get past Sakin, who's now in fighting 108 Bentley. You still got your eyes on Pincher. Through Abbey. 22 minutes left to go. And jumping back on board with the 77 Audi, still not able to capitalise on a position against the 46 Bentley as they make their way through Maggots and Beckett. So, Hempy, Lucan, Kevin, and Urban Turtle are all from Southampton. So I'm going to assume that you guys have you guys meet up, you guys know each other personally, perhaps. That's why you've got together with NXTGEN. I do find all of this really interesting, and this is why I kind of wanted everyone to give a little bit about themselves, because ultimately, you know, we're all joining this together, and I do know that some people are driving from across the globe this evening for NXTGEN.
I wonder if there are any Americans.
That's a good question. I will find out for you. So Lucan leading, and Kobe, awesome name, chasing P1 down, 1.3 as they enter Cops and head towards Maggots and Beckett's. And we've got Leli in P3, followed by the absolute legend, who I think is also taking a well-deserved holiday this weekend, is Stewart in the 46 Bentley, still under pressure.
And yellow flag. Someone went wide, or crashed or something, I don't know. It's the 25 Audi.
Sally Grace Audi, yeah.
Another! Oh, number 11. Did he go into the pit or something? I don't know what happened. He crashed?
Maybe so. Enter the garage from where he was, save any incidents, but it looks like the 77 is still well and truly putting pressure on, and the 69 Ferrari of Professor Bean chasing Nick in the 108 Bentley down. Is he able to make anything happen? Can you just keep your eyes on the fight for P4, please? 77 and 46.
Oh.
As I jump on board with Professor Bean. Oh, he would have had a good run there, but unfortunately had to just slam on the brakes to save an accident. Not able to get the best of runs, but he is able to slip in slipstream as they make their way up to the hangar straight and the right of Stowe. Can he make it happen? Not quite. The agile Ferrari's got a better line though, but can he get a better exit? He needs to get side by side as they go under the aggregate sign and into club and up to the infamous 44 Lewis Hamilton straight. The right of Abbey. Let's see whether Mr. Professor can make his magic happen as they come up to the right-hander of Village and the left of the loop. Is he able to get a good run here out of Aintree? It looks like he's got that run. They're going to go side by side.
I think, who was that guy's name who was fighting with Stewart? I think he just left the game.
Oh, that was absolutely incredible racing there by Professor Bean. He's going to get it back. Thank God for that. Just having to make sure he's not got contact. He is side by side with the 108 Bentley of Nick.
Into
He's going to
Cops.
make it. Yes.
They're still wheel to wheel into Maggots and Beckett's. This could be interesting. He got to move. He got the position.
Oh no.
They both.
No.
I don't know what happened. Did they both spin?
I had my eyes on Bean and I thought he had spun, but I don't know whether he was just maybe having to get on the brakes because perhaps
He
he
maybe got
also
distracted or
spun.
something.
Yeah, the 108 Bentley spinning as well, Nick. So that now means that Lucan has. Who's that?
Yeah,
Okay, yep.
Pincha has left.
Oh
So
no.
that fight for P4 is done.
Oh, is that a disconnect? That's why. So the next gen team has just let me know that he's had a disconnect. Lila is Croatian. A couple of Croatians here. Okay, so through Magnussen, Beckett's through the go. Exiting Chapel. And RV Motorsport continuing to make his way up the grid. Now in P8. Why is V-Spec in P15? Might be the pit windows. Usually putting on a solid race, but for some reason at the back of the pack, nevertheless a very good driver as he enters Farm Curve and up towards Village. We're going to jump back on board with RV Motorsport for a few moments though, as he chases down Kevin in the 34 Lexus. See whether.
Oh, very close. Yeah. Right on the spot there. Kevin has to go wide. RV Motorsport has to jam on the brakes. I don't know what was that there. Onto the Wellington straight. Can RV Motorsport get past the 34 Lexus?
I'm gonna say yes. I guess it's just a matter of time. On what corner? And I only say that not because of Kevin, but because I know that RV Motorsport usually puts on an incredible performance, usually at the podium. It looks like, oh, lucky to just hold onto that GT3 Mercedes as he touched the grass through Cops there. Now through Maggots and Beckett's, he's going to have to scrub the debris off his tyres there. As he exits Beckett's and onto the hangar straight. That means that Professor Bean has made the position on second in the number 14 Honda GT3 NSX, which is lovely to see on track. Yet RV, yet again.
RV Motorsport wanted to go down the inside. I thought he did from that angle. Kevin goes wide. Makes move into Abby. And they're so close. RV has to get on the grass.
Yeah, he's going to have to scrub that debris off again. Oh, I can hear a Ferrari downshift on my right speaker. It sounds beautiful. Okay. To Wellington straight.
I think somebody had it off. It was a 946 Audi. Urban Turtle.
Oh! It looks he's waiting to make that move. Now exiting Luffield to the right of Woodcote. And on the home straight under the Silverstone, it goes into Cops. learned his lesson this time. He's not touching the grass. Running wide is the Lexus, feeling the pressure from the very quick RV Motorsport. The GT3 Mercedes. So the Mercedes GT3, and it looks like he's gone side by side on a very horrible corner here.
Down the inside. Gives him the outside line for the next corner. They're almost wheel to wheel.
Oh, what a brilliant fight this is. As the 6.2 litre naturally aspirated V8 continues to chase down the Lexus. The 3-second 0 to 60 time, 180 miles an hour plus, of course. Less than 1,300 kilograms of carbon fibre. It looks like he's made that happen.
Motorsport has the outside line.
Is he going to make it stick? Side by side.
Wheel to wheel onto the Wellington Straight. Into Brooklands, he goes onto the grass. Are they still wheel to wheel?
It looks like Kevin's
Gotta go around the outside at
the
Brooklands.
Yeah, RV Motorsport on the outside. Looking for a switchback though. Can he get the switchback as they enter Luffield? So this is where it's going to matter for RV Motorsport, but can he make it happen? Through Woodcote. Let's see whether he can hold his line. Kevin is running an absolutely solid race. And hats off to Kevin for holding off.
RV Motorsport, very good guy. Good defense.
Right. Keep your eyes on RV Motorsport, please, Ken. I'm just going to go on with 46 of Stewart, as he is only a 0.3 from a podium. Lucan, who I believe was further up the board. But nevertheless, this is what I mentioned earlier when I said that he's one to look out for. I can't remember his positioning start. I should have took a picture. I'm learning as I go. But as they go under the bridge, we've got Stewart chasing down a podium position.
Motorsport is so close. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No. This is
he gonna go down the inside?
Oh. Good shout, it's side by side. He's gonna have to
wheel to wheel onto the Wellington Straight again. Kind of pushes the Lexus wide. He is
He's
in
done
front.
It. He's done
P7
it. Under the bridge. Oh, what a fight! Great call, mate. Great call.
That Assetto Corsa Competizione was free on Steam, like for quite a while.
Joking.
Yeah, I think I recently just found that out. I could be wrong, but
no, that wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, I probably just got it just to put it in my account.
yeah,
I don't know whether NXTGEN's that big that they have a PC. PC races as well, but I think that's said and done for Kevin. We've got a 0.5 for Kevin. We'll keep an eye on that as he chases down the 410 Mercedes. And Hankin, NXTGEN's Hankin next to NXTGEN's Lager, seems to always be the case as well. Just can't get enough of each other. And we have NXTGEN's Lager chasing down Lucan, only a 0.4 So as they fight it out, that means it's going to give Hankin a little bit of a run, give him a few car lengths as they enter the loop and exit Aintree onto the Wellington Straight. Let's see whether Stewart can make anything happen here, as we have a beautiful shot on the Wellington Straight there. And Kevin's still a 0.5 from RV Motorsport through Woodcote, and NXTGEN's Lager is winning the current series. Our legend. Yes, NXTGEN do have a PC series. Got a multifunctional Dan. It's legendary. Okay, so.
Yep, it was free.
Wow.
June this year.
That's
I
amazing.
don't even think my computer can even run it.
Yeah, mine neither. So, NXTGEN Lager now chasing Hukan Lukan in P3 was a P8 at qualifying. So this is what I said earlier. He's one to watch, and he most certainly is, and he's most certainly in position for a podium, and he's also leading the NXTGEN series. K Pincher was first, Kobe in second, Hukan Lukan in P3, and still in P3, running the most consistent of races. Hankin in P4, so he's going to want to take that back, and it looks like he most certainly could.
Yeah, I think you should watch this.
Yeah, we're on board with 46. Looks like he's got a run.
Into Brooklyn's. Is he going to make a move down the inside? Do they touch?
I think there was a bit of contact there. There was a little bit of a love tap as they make their way through Luffield. Can the 44 Audi get a better run here through Woodcote and out of Copse up towards Maggots and Beckett?
Oh, Hankins really looking for it. Down the inside into Copse, he cannot make the move. But he will probably have a good run on Lager into Maggots and Beckett. Oh, Hankins made a little bit of a mistake. Runs over a curb or something.
Touch too much oversteer as he was exiting Maggots, and now he's given a one. Oh no, that's NXTGEN Lager. Wait for the Delta to update, but it's definitely given a few tenths at least. Breathing room for the 46 Bentley, still chasing Hukan Lukan down in P3. With only 3 minutes left to go, that means we're going to have a quick run through the pack. We've got Kobe in P1, Lilai in P2, Hukan Lukan currently being chased by NXTGEN's Lager, as we could just see him in shot there from the camera as he enters Abbey. NXTGEN's Lager in P4. Hankin in P5, Jamo doing a good job today here at Silverstone for NXTGEN's Season 3 GT3 World Tour for round 7 here at Silverstone.
Uh-oh.
Yep, I just
Hankin
saw that.
Still might have a good run.
Yep. Quite make it stop, but he's going to be in slipstream. I have to stay on board now, aren't I?
Yeah. Let's go defensive in the Brooklands.
Well, he stuck his nose in last time at Copse. Let's see whether the 44 Audi will do it again. Nope. 2 minutes left to go though if we're going to see a move it's going to be here. So we've got Jamo in P6, RV Motorsport now in P7, and he was very much down the grid. So like I said, he was most certainly one to watch, and he was being in P7, Kevin in P8. Leafy in P9, Professor Bean in P10, P11 Sakin in the 14 Honda, Nick in the 108 Bentley P12, Zaddy Grace P13, Urban Turtle P14 and V-Spec P15. And so Hankin still well and truly within grasp of a P4. He wants to put him off as they go into Abbey.
Hankin trying to make a move around the outside. Oh, and there is a yellow flag. God dang it! I dropped the controller, but a yellow flag is Bean Flicker. I think he spun it.
Oh, Professor Bean. No. 50 seconds left to go. Under the bridge, the Audi's taking the outside line. Bentley going defensive. Can he make it stick? We've got Hankin right on the... Oh, so here we go. Final lap. We've got... Oh my God, he's right on the tail
on his
end.
gearbox.
Through Woodcote, crossing the start finish straight. We're going to see some action here as they make their way through Cups up towards Maggots and Beckett's for the final lap here for round 7 of the Next Gen Season 3 World Tour. Through Maggots and Beckett's they go, exiting Chapel Curve and onto the Hangar Straight. Is it going to make anything happen though? As they make their way up to Stowe. And onto the Straight of the Vale is Hankin able to get side by side. Looking to perhaps get a better run, but the Bentleys most certainly had a brilliant corner there as they come up towards Club. Not Club, sorry.
He can just went over a curb. Can he still make this overtake and get P4?
Well, it looks like Stewart's pulled away.
There's a yellow flag.
Yeah.
Start finish straight. What has happened there?
Okie dokie. Next Gen's Hankin still the closest on pack, so we are going to stay on board as they make their way through the final 3 corners now. As the 44 chases the 46 down, the championship leader of Next Gen Season 3. Taking the racing line, maximising track width into Brooklands through love failed. Yes, I just have to stay on board as they make their way, and it looks like he's made that happen. So I am gonna now say a big congratulations to Kobe, who has won his first ever Next Gen race. So congratulations to you, Kobe. You've run an absolutely solid race. Well done. We've got Leli in the number 9 Bentley taking home a podium P2. Congratulations to you. And Lucan, the pit connoisseur, taking home a P3 podium. Well done. Hankin not able to take P4 away from Stewart in the 46 Bentley, but nevertheless, that's that P4 and 5. And P6, Jamo in the 98 Ferrari, in the 410 RV Motorsport, taking many positions back, putting him in 7th, giving him quite a few points today here at Silverstone for round 7 of Next Gen's World Tour. Professor Bean still next and first to cross start finish, putting him in P9, providing we get no incidents, followed by the 946 of Urban Turtle and the 14 of Sakin, taking home P10. P11 is Nick, P12 is Kevin, and out of Luffield does Professor Bean go through Woodcote over that start finish. Thank you for the flash, good sir. Congratulations to you, always a pleasure. We've got Urban Turtle crossing the race, Sakin coming home in P10, and V-Spec the legend usually putting up a pretty good show. Not sure why he's last today, but nevertheless here he is enjoying himself and giving us what we all want, some drifting, as he's already completed his lap. And we've still got Kevin. Oh no, Kevin's in. Okay, so that brings us to a close here for
Pretty amazing race.
absolutely for the next gen season 3 GT3 World Tour here at Silverstone for round 7. And let's see if we get some donuts. There we go. We've got the pit connoisseur straight in with some donuts and them chrome purple rims. And again, a big congratulations to the well, that's absolutely right, good sir. You should be giving us some donuts after winning.
I just love how everybody, you know, pulls into pits after a nice long race.
Making the best out of the Pirelli softs is Kobe, taking home a P1, and he started off this race in P2, only a .003 behind Pincher, who has left the race.
Amazing weekend.
And yeah,
amazing.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you on board, Kent. Thank you very much. It's been really good.
Disconnected.
Yeah, it's been really good. Stream's still on. It's been really good being able to have you be able to call it out when there's something on shot, because that worked out a couple of times. So that was absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for coming.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. I think we're gonna call that one there, and see you guys next week. So thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.